Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I was inspired by ancient Egyptian to create this makeup look, especially since Halloween it's around the corner. I hope you guys enjoy the video. They used a lot of gold. Well, we modernize it with gold, but they use a lot of indigo and a lot of turquoise and blues, and they use also black to create their eyeliner. So I used a lot of gold just to modernize it a little bit and give it that touch of glam. If you do like this video, please don't forget to give my video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have all of my social media linked down below so you can follow me as well. And I am so happy to be back. I will be updating my YouTube and uploading at least once a week, so stay tuned for that. I have a lot of ideas that I want you guys to see. I hope you enjoy this video and thank you so much for watching. Bye.
To prep my eyes, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is in the shade Medium Neutral. I'm going to apply this on the lid and blend it out with my finger. I'm also going to use a translucent powder to set it because I don't want it to crease when I apply the other shadows. Using a Crown C513 pointed brush, I'm going to take a dark brown shadow and I'm going to start carving out where I want my crease to be. I'm doing this just a little bit higher than my original creases because I want to create a little bit of a different shape on the eye. You want to start using light hand strokes and just adding a little bit as you go until you like the definition that you're putting on your eyes. I always start with a little bit. Now I'm using an angled brush because I want more definition on the eye and I want to darken it up a little bit, and then I'm going to blend it with the pointed brush that we used before, and you just repeat the process until you see the darkness that you want. Now taking a black matte shadow, you want to take a different angled brush or you can use the same one, up to you. And you want to create some depth and definition on the eye. So now you want to trace this and put this exactly where you put the dark brown. You could get messy a little bit because we're going to clean it up later, but this is just going to create a little bit more depth on the crease. Just make sure when you use a black shadow that you're adding a little bit at a time and you're blending upwards. You want everything to be blended seamlessly. You don't want any harsh lines because then it's going to look ridiculous. Even though it's a Halloween look, but you still want it to be nice and blended. So just blend, blend, blend. I switched to a Luxie brush because that pointed brush was no good for me. So this is the Luxie small taper blending brush, and I'm just blending and I'm adding a little bit of black just because I felt like I needed a little bit. It looks harsh, but it'll look better in the end. What I'm doing here is I'm taking just the same angled brush that I used before, and I'm taking a little bit of concealer and I'm carving out the crease, and this is going to help you clean any mess that you did. Using this BH Cosmetics foiled eyeshadow palette, I'm taking the yellow gold and then the more bronzy gold, and I'm mixing the two, and I'm packing this eyeshadow from the inner corner to the center of my lids. And you want to repeat the process until you get the opacity that you want. Using this beautiful turquoise blue from the same palette, I'm taking a different flat brush, and what you want to do is just make sure you have a lot of product on the brush and just pack it into the center of the lid until the outer corner. I had tape before because it helps me create the shape of the eye and it's a lot easier. You're going to see I'm going to put it right back because it's going to help me have more control of the shape that I want. I'm also going to put the eyeshadow and drag it upwards as if I'm creating a wing line. Using a Crown C464 concealer brush, I'm taking a gold pigment. Honestly, I forgot the company I got this from. I got this in a show, in the IBS show last year. And this is just a gold shimmered pigment. And I'm just applying that from the center of my lid and also on the inner corner. And I'm going in with more of the blue to make it a little bit more intense. I felt like I needed to be more defined, so I just took a little bit of the black shadow and defined the crease a little bit more with an angle liner brush. And you have to be careful to make sure you don't get any fallouts. Just make sure you go back and you blend out the black eyeshadow because you don't want to have a harsh black line on your crease. Even though this is a Halloween look, you just want to make sure this is a nice clean look. For brows, I'm not gonna go into details because I want to have a full video dedicated to just how I do my brows. And also in this video, you're not really gonna see it because I'm gonna do some bangs later on. Carefully remove the tape, and then I'm gonna go in with my Milani Stay Put Matte liquid liner, and this is in the color black. And I'm gonna line my line. I'm also gonna do a cat eye, but I'm not gonna do it as thick as I usually do. The wing liner, so you just want to make sure it's very thin around where you have the blue eyeshadow. And I'm also going to bring it inwards until the inner corner of my eye to create the cat eye effect. And obviously my camera died, so I had to do it off camera. So right now I'm just taking a black pencil and then I'm applying this in my waterline. What you want to do now is smudge out the black liner, and what that's going to do is create a more smoky effect. Under the black liner, I'm going to use the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner in the shade Crystal Gold, and I'm going to do this in a fine line. When I was applying this product, I felt a burning sensation, and the girl at the store told me that, you know, it was burning her as well when she used it. Does that happen to anyone? If it did, please leave it down in the comment below. To prep the face, I'm going to use my favorite primer. This is the Hangover by Too Faced. This primer is so hydrating, and I have extremely dry skin, so this will help me hydrate it. It has coconut water, so I guess that helps me feel refreshed, and it hydrates it as well. And then I'm going to go in with my favorite foundation of all time, and this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation in the shade 8.75. I have dry skin, but this foundation, the finish is matte, but it doesn't feel drying on the face. I don't know if you know what I mean. I've used the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and that foundation looks horrible on my skin. But the Pro Glow is so good. Going back to the concealer, I'm going to apply it under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, the cupid's bow, and my forehead. And I'm going to use this to conceal and highlight. This concealer is so lightweight and it blends so easily that it doesn't look like you have cake under your face. I love this concealer. The consistency, it's so easy to blend. And I'm just taking this with a damp beauty blender as well. To set the concealer, I'm going to use my favorite powder, the Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to make sure everything's blended, and then I'm going to apply it under my eyes and everywhere that I concealed and highlighted. I use this because I don't want to crease, and also because it makes it look nice. It makes it last longer. And sorry about that, I had an itch. I'm going to dust it off right away, so I'm just going to leave it for a couple of seconds. Using the Sculptor by Tarte, I'm the number 2. I'm gonna apply this in the hollows of my cheeks and my forehead and anywhere that you want to contour. And I'm going to blend it out using a dual fiber brush by Wet n Wild. This brush is so good to blend out my contour, and it was so cheap. You should get it. It was only $1. This part is optional. I'm going to set my face using the Fit Me by Maybelline. This is in the shade 355. It's a pressed powder. You don't have to do this. I'm being extra right now. Then I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild contouring palette in the shade Medium Deep. And I'm using the dark brown color to contour into bronze. And I'm going to use the same color to contour my nose as well. And I'm using an angled brush by BH Cosmetics. For lips, I'm going to line my lips with the IT Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Blushing Nude. And then I'm going to use the MAC Lustreglass on top. I'm also going to use the same pigment that I used on my eyes, the gold pigment. And I'm going to apply that with a concealer brush. And I knew it was going to stick because I have lip gloss on top. So that's what I'm going to do because I wanted to be a little bit extra. I mean, it is Halloween, so you can be extra. To highlight, I'm going to use the Carly Bible palette, and I'm using this gold shade in the palette, and I'm going to use this Morphe M310 fan brush, and I'm going to apply it on the highest points of my cheeks. And I'm also going to do it on the Cupid's bow, on the bridge of my nose, and anywhere that you want to highlight. For blush, I just used a nice rosy pink blush, very subtle, and then I set everything with the NYX Dewy Finish Spray. I said I will be back in 5 minutes in my video. I literally took half an hour. And this is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And please leave any comment or any suggestions down in the comment box. I would love to see what you guys have to say. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!